Hey guys, we are back. We are back, and it's Friday. It's a Friday special edition today. I've been a little bit lackadaisical, busy with some errands running around and family errands. So today I just want to jump on here and pretty much had some. I was reading the book that I'm reading right now, which is by Wayne Dyer, and I'm still reading it. And hopefully it should be done this weekend. We have a long weekend coming up with the President's Day, so look out for more videos. I will be putting a lot of videos this weekend. But there's a part in the book when I'm reading right now where he's talking about just two main things that most of us worry about, including myself. And as I go along here on my journey on my self-discovery, evolution, as they call it, through the meditation and through the self-work and through the self-development stage, I've kind of, you start realizing there's certain things that hold you back from your potentials, and we all have it within us. We all have a potential, whatever it may be. We all have it. It's just that we don't access it. And two main pillars that I feel like hold me back a lot, and maybe could resonate with you guys, is one, it's the worry. And worrying, it's very common in a lot of us. It's something that we feel that we have to do in order to be human, right? And he states that also worrying is kind of like in a way kind of it's kind of makes no sense, because you're worrying about the future. Most of the time you're worrying about the future, something that's gonna happen, or you think it's gonna happen and never does happen. Or if it does happen, it comes out a different way. And when you're building a business, when you're an entrepreneur, you worry a lot about how it's going to turn out, what's going to happen, the presentation, the clients, your website, your page, your channel. You worry a lot about the future, especially your success, if you're going to succeed, if you're going to fail, how people are going to perceive you, what perceptions people are going to have of you, family, friends. So worry is very big on an entrepreneur's lifestyle, because you're always worried about how your creativity is going to come out, how certain projects are going to turn out. And this is very big for me, because I'm always creating, I'm always just trying something new, and you're always worrying about how others are going to view you or view the material you're putting, all the content. And I think for a lot of entrepreneurs, worry, if you can eliminate worry, you will be a lot more stress-free, and you'll be able to create more, because now you're just in the moment. And he also states in the book, like, you have to live in this present moment. If you worry, the worry takes away from your present moment. You don't enjoy the present, the process, the making of the videos, the writing. If you're writing a book, you're not enjoying the whole journey, like, the struggles, the whatever it may be that you're going through, the challenges. You have to enjoy it and accept it, and that makes the whole process a lot easier. For my example, I was worried a lot about what's gonna come. How am I gonna be in a month? How big am I gonna be in a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, and whether I can handle it or not. But I'm worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, and it starts kind of taking up a lot of your creativity time and a lot of your being in the now time. And I just found that pretty interesting, right? And then he has another one, the other emotion, or not emotion, but pillar that holds you back, is guilt, right? So he calls it the G and W. And the guilt is, you're worried about the past, past mistakes, past failures, past relationships, past whatever it may be. You're worried about all these past things, and it's something that is very, very common for a lot of us, right? Especially for me, I'm always worried. I'm always guilty of past decisions. I would say I'm not too proud of my decisions in the past. Certain lifestyle decisions, certain business mistakes, certain investments. A lot of things that I did in the past that I'm very guilty of. And he states that's another. It makes no sense. It's very neurotic if you think to be guilty, because you can't go back and change the past. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you want to go back and redo it, you can never go back. So he states, if you cannot go back and change it, what is the point of us having the guilt? Even for an entrepreneur, you're always thinking about your past mistakes, your past failures, your past relationships, your past maybe partnerships. Maybe you acted a certain way. Maybe you wish you hadn't said certain things. Maybe you were out of character in the past. But it's something that you have to kind of grasp and learn from it. And for me, it's very hard because I'd have times that I feel guilty for certain situations that I did in the past, the way I treated certain people in the past, the way I handle certain situations. I let the anger get the best of me, and you kind of react a certain way, and then you say things that you probably wouldn't really want to say, but you say it, and now you feel guilty for it. But it's something you can't go back and fix. You cannot go and change it. So why worry about the past? So I just want to share this with you guys because I felt like, in any journey you guys are on, whatever it may be, these two feelings that we have are very, 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 very crucial on our success. Because if you're guilty about your past, you feel like you're not going to be good enough or even worthy to start any endeavor you want to start. And if you're worrying about the future, you're going to be too scared to start because you think that it might not work out, or maybe what happens if it blows up and it's too big for me to handle. These are all thoughts that go through my mind, right? And I think a lot of us have these thoughts, but we don't really know how to dissect them. And for anybody that's out there trying to start their own thing, and a lot of my friends and family that don't want to start their projects, this might be the two opposites that they're going through, and that they have to be able to understand that they cannot let this hold them back. Again, with the guilt, that's something that I struggle with a lot. I have moments that I have guilt of, guilty in the sense like I wish I would have started this earlier. I wish I would have had more help, had better connections. I wish I would have had more funds, better equipment, and then you start feeling so guilty about certain things that you talk yourself out from starting the project. As far as worry, I worry a lot about the future, like what is going to happen with my channel, what's going to happen with the business, how am I going to grow, will it be successful, what if it fails, what if I don't get the support that I'm looking for. These are all things that I think about. I think we all think about that. Even the most successful entrepreneurs, they have the same worry and guilt, and Dr. Wayne Dyer calls it W and G's, right? So we have to get rid of the W and G's, right? Let's when it comes up, we have to make sure, realize it, and keep moving forward. Because once you accept that that's what it is, as just guilt, and you realize that you cannot go back and change it, and it makes no sense to worry about it or be guilty, and then you know that you cannot worry about the future because it's not here yet, and you're not, unless you're a mind reader or a person that can tell the future. There's no reason to think about it, because you just got to do the best you can in the moment, enjoy it, bring the best you got with the best abilities you have, and understand that you already have everything you need. You just got to be able to access it, and that's the most important thing. I think just go with it, act upon it, start it. You're gonna get better as you go. And like I said, I wanted to do a channel. I started another different avenue, and it kind of turned out to be this, and I might change in a couple of months. I really don't know, but I'm not worried about it, right? We're just going with the flow. And if you ever heard that term, go with the flow, that's kind of what it means. Just go with what your instincts, your intuition, whatever is telling you to do, just do it. And I don't believe in shoulding. I don't believe in should. People say, oh, you should do this. I just think you just do what you feel like is best for you, and not worry about the future, and not feel guilty about the past. As far as not worrying about the future, I mean, we're kind of taught that, we have to make sure we have our future in place and our certain accolades and certain things in place, and that's something that's never certain, right? And when you start thinking about it, you start understanding that the future is not certain. You kind of understand that you worrying about how you're gonna set yourself up for the future has really no relevance to what you're doing right now. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you are working on, whatever helps you feel fulfilled, you should do. And as long as you're not taking away from somebody else, obviously, we have to be able to be happy in this world, right? And I think once you can understand these two spectrums of guilt and worry, I think we'll be a lot more effective, a lot more successful in our terms, because everybody has their own term success. But we also will be a lot more efficient. We'll put a lot more content, a lot more work, a lot more creativity, a lot of things that we can start. But we are either worrying about the future or guilty in the past, and it hinders us from starting. And I know a lot of people that they have so many ideas, so many projects, and it's been a couple of months and they still haven't started because it's still not what they feel like it should be. You know, it's not perfect enough. And I believe perfectionism is a term of worrying for the future. For the future, because you're worrying about how it's gonna look and not worrying about what you're trying to put out and in the moment. And most of my videos is just what I have in my head. Anything that comes up, I kind of spit it out, and it's not really me worrying about how is it really gonna come out. It's just me translating messages and information and trying to share insights with you guys, and hopefully it can resonate with you. And if not, it can give you guys some type of inspiration. If not, give you some type of thinking that you guys can think for yourself and understand that we all in the same boat. We all have our same struggles, same passions, kind of the same visions of success. We want to be successful, as they say. But I think the as I go along on my journey, I feel like success is already attained. You already have everything you need, especially that you live in this country. If you're able to access this video, I think we already have it, and we just want to bring impact to people. We want to bring value, and I think we all have value inside of us. So I hope this video resonated with you guys. If you did resonate with you guys, share and like it, please. If you want to subscribe, that's great. If not, I'm gonna keep on putting my content, and look out for this year. It's gonna be a lot of changes. We're coming out with some more projects, and I'm pretty sure I have a collaboration that's coming up, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. Take care.